Before we start the focus of the lesson, let's review an important skill that you will be using in today's lesson. We are going to review how to rename mixed numbers into improper fractions. If you look at the problem 1 2/3, I can draw one circle to show that I have one whole. I can draw another circle and split it into 2/3. I now have a picture that represents 1 2/3. I can make an equal trade and exchange one of these wholes for 3/3. If I count out the thirds, I can see that there are 5/3. So another name for 1 2/3 is 5/3. Another way I can do this is by breaking apart wholes into groups of fractional parts. For example, think of 1 2/3 as one group of 3/3, or 1 times 3/3, which equals 3/3, and another 2/3. Add the number of pieces from the wholes in the fraction to get 5/3. Let's try another one. Let's turn 2 3/5 into an improper fraction. We can do this by drawing a picture. So you see that I have 2 3/5. I can make a fair trade by splitting the other two wholes into fifths. If I count up my fifths, I can see I have 5 in the first circle, 5 in the second circle, and 3 in the third circle. If I add my fifths together, I'll get an answer of 13/5. I can also solve this problem by thinking about breaking the wholes into groups of fractional parts. For example, think of 2 3/5 as two groups of 5/5, or 2 times 5/5, which equals 10/5, and another 3/5. If I were to add these two together, I'm going to get an answer of 13/5. Let's try one more problem. 5 3/4. Start by drawing 5 wholes and 3/4. So now I have 5 3/4. I can make a fair trade by exchanging each whole for 4/4. If I count out each fourth, I can see that I have a total of 20/4 plus the 3 that are shaded in for a total of 23/4. Another way to solve this problem is to break the wholes into groups of fractional parts. Think of 5 3/4 as 5 groups of 4/4, or 5 times 4/4 equals 20/4. Add that to the fractional piece, which is 3/4, and you will get an answer of 23/4.